What's going on, people? It's your boy BSG. What I'm getting ready to do, probably no other YouTuber will do, either because they can't, they don't have the knowledge, or they're too afraid to share the information. Most YouTubers, I've mentioned this before, they just do stuff for clicks. So the reason why, you see, the thumbnails that they use, and they talk about the subject content that they talk about, is because, they want clicks and they want people. And most of crypto is focused on the short term. And so they appeal to that. There are a number of guys that talk about trading and don't even trade. I mentioned before that, there's a guy at one time, he had one of, the biggest crypto trading platforms, and I called him out on Instagram, and he did a video and told people, because I was in his, in the comments like, dude, you don't trade. Why don't you tell people that you don't trade? And he did a video and basically said, well, I provide the course for trading, but I don't trade myself. Right? So this video here, most people are not going to watch. They don't want to hear about it. They only want to be, sold a certain thing. And again, they're only focused on, I would say next week, but really it's the next hour, the next day. That's the only thing they're focused on, because they're all over leveraged. They're using 50x leverage. And if Bitcoin moves, a certain way, they make 50 times their money. But if it moves the other way, which more oftentimes it does, you're going to lose everything. Right? So I want to go back to, and I have a lot of new people on this channel. I want to go back to 2019, 2020, and explain to you what happened then. And then the hopes is, if I explain what happened, then you'll be able to see what's going to happen when this next major crypto market crash happens. Okay. So first of all, I just want to get this out the way right now. For those of you who might be worried, we're a long ways away from it. We're years away from this. Okay. As I covered in my last video, market psychology, we're just ramping up. Okay. We're still, we haven't even reached the belief phase. We might still be in disbelief. So many people are turned off by crypto. I was watching, allegedly Grand Theft Auto is supposed to be, when they launch GTA 6, is going to have a crypto. I find out that basically was a lie. And I learned that from the actual guy that's over Rockstar, one of them. He hates crypto. He hates it. So I find it hard to believe that there's going to be an actual real world token. There's going to be like in-game crypto. You know how on the game you can trade stocks, and then they took that away. I think that's what it's going to be, or it might be some missions that talk about crypto, but there's not going to be a GTA token that you can, spend in real life. And here's somebody that can make a huge difference. And he doesn't understand crypto. He doesn't get it. He's smart. He's intelligent. He doesn't understand crypto. So we might still be in disbelief, which, if we are, our bags are just going to grow, because we are early. We are the early people. This is why everybody thinks we crazy. We're trying to talk to them about things that we believe can impact their life. It's no guarantee, but you just want to be part of what's going on. And the majority of people that we all talk to think we're crazy, and they don't get involved, and so on and so forth. I'm going to talk about when they're going to come in, most of them, and all of that in this video. All right. So grab your popcorn, grab your coffee, whatever your beverage of choice. I'm not going to promise that this one is going to be short because we got to get through a lot, right? So 2019, 2020, what was going on? First of all, essentially DeFi, it was just at the beginning of it. Okay, it was another company that pretty much started this whole idea of, having a crypto and having that crypto earn you something else. That was kind of the first iteration of DeFi, right? And so that was huge. And so, I was a part of, some of those early tokens where, again, you just stake the token and then, it paid you more of that same token, right? And at the time the rates was maybe like 4%, 5%. And man, we was giddy. We was like, oh my good, what? All you got to do is stake it. And so like that was the early times, right? But it was still Ethereum. It was still Ethereum here. And so because of DeFi, which also involved, just starting to be able to borrow using crypto, again, the beginning of leverage, that ramped up the gas prices, of course, on Ethereum. Anytime, Ethereum has had at least 3 chances to, I feel like, take over crypto. And one of them was very early. The first big thing on Ethereum was something called CryptoKitties. It was some type of game or something. I never played it or whatever, but so many people were playing that game, it clogged the network. And like it literally shut the network down. And ever since then, we've been promised, oh, it's going to scale. We're going to scale. We're going to figure it out with all of these, ETH iterations. It hasn't happened yet. The second major clog, it's clogged all the time, but I'm talking about major clog was during when DeFi took over. So that's when Uniswap came along, and that's when, people were able to trade without using an exchange. That opened up everything. That opened up the world because, as I've mentioned before, a lot of the exchanges were discriminating against people, mainly Coinbase. If I had to rely on Coinbase, number one, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Number two, I might not even be in crypto because Coinbase was discriminating against people like me, even though I was one of the first Coinbase customers. I know for a fact I was one of the first 1,000 Coinbase customers in the world, and I've bought thousands of people to Coinbase, and never received anything, never didn't ask to, didn't I just like to share with people, and to go through that and to have them shut my account down once KYC happened, because see, in the beginning there was no KYC, so you didn't have to show your face, right? Soon as they asked for ID, not just me, a whole lot of brothers got their account shut down. And so keep that in mind because that's going to come back up in this video, right? So anyway, here we are. You don't have to worry about KYC. You can just use Uniswap. And this was the time where Uniswap started being like $50, $60+ for a transaction. So only the richest people, the wealthiest people could afford to spend that much, right? The average person could not afford or just frankly refuse to pay $50, $60 per transaction. And of course, it's been higher than that. So that's when Binance Smart Chain came along. And so what was the advantage that Binance Smart Chain had? Binance, if it comes up, The advantage that they had was for the first time, we could interact with a decentralized exchange, and the cost for transactions was literally pennies. So, of course, a bunch of people moved over to Binance. And at that time, it was literally only Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain in terms of decentralized exchanges, Uniswap and PancakeSwap. And I was on the ground floor of both of those things. And I was able to bring people in at the ground floor. Those who, took my course and everything, we were literally there at the beginning of PancakeSwap. So with the growth that they had, which was pretty much everybody in crypto, I remember looking at Ethereum influencers, like people who like dead set on Ethereum, and people were actually typing. So I think Binance is going to take over Ethereum. I remember when like Lark and some other people actually posted that. Yeah, they're going to take over Ethereum. And then all the comments were like, oh, no, that'll never happen. We'll never let that happen, da, da, da. But that's what was going on. The market had decided, right? So, because they had a better product for cheaper. And so when everybody started coming over, naturally, right, you see Binance here was $10, $15. And everybody that was following me had the opportunity to get in there. And I predicted that the price would go to 300. I told you guys I'm always underestimating. And so it ended up going to 600. I did not predict 600. I predicted 300. Luckily, I wasn't stupid enough to sell at 300. I might not predict it, but I'm not going to sell. So because all these people were moving over to Binance Smart Chain, literally every token that came out on Binance Smart Chain was going up, including, some tokens that were legitimate, and a lot of them were not legitimate. And so as those tokens started to rug, then you had a shift back to, okay, well, what else is out there, right? And if we look at Bitcoin, hopefully this hasn't changed. Thank you. What also contributed to BNB going up was not just the development, not just people moving over, but you also had specifically the U.S. government, but most of the governments were giving out free money in the form of stimulus because this was around the time of COVID. So when they started passing out those stimmy checks, and then people weren't able to work and they were chilling at home and didn't have anything to do and, needed a way to make some money, here they got this $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 stimmy check. That's what fed into crypto going up. So that's when you saw things that didn't make any sense. Sorry if you're a fan, but the stuff like Shiba and stuff going up didn't make any sense, but it went up because people had money. People had extra money to throw at something, right? And the same was true for a lot of stuff on Binance Smart Chain and other things, but it was primarily ETH and Binance Smart Chain. So that took us up here, right? Then, once COVID started dying down, no more stimmy checks, so on and so forth. Look, you could see a direct correlation. And so this is about the time where Solana came in, okay? And so that was sold as, well, this is going to be the new thing. And that's why Solana ran up to $100, $200 something. And then, no substance there. It fell back down to $2 or $1 even. right? So now let's get set up for where we're going. So it's important to understand now it's not just Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Look at all of these different chains. It's going to be a lot harder for a nothing token to go up because that token has to stand out. When Shiba did his thing, it literally might have been, I don't know, maybe 10 meme coins, period. There was Doge, there was SHIB. I honestly couldn't tell you anything else. Now, after SHIB, then people was like, oh yeah, oh, a nothing token can go up. Then that's when you started to see other things. But there weren't thousands and thousands of meme coins. Now there's hundreds of thousands. And so this age of, a token that does nothing, just, hold it, it don't do nothing. It's just a dog, right? And really it's just a dog on your computer. It's not even a dog in real life. It's not like, it's not like you can hold that crypto in your hand and then, a little dog will start dancing in your hand. That has some little value, I'm sure some little kid out there, if you bought such and such dog token and you could put that token in their hand and the little dog started dancing. Like I remember, what is that thing called? Was it Tomcat? I remember that. You talk in it. I don't know if that was exclusively on Facebook or something. You talk to it and then it talked bad. Man, that thing was stupid, but everybody was using it. Man, my mama was using that thing faithfully. Right? You just talking to it and it talked back to you and people thought that was funny. The age of, hey, this crypto don't do nothing, that's going away. Right? So now, let's get into how this next crash is going to happen. So I got to go back here. Anytime there's perceived failure, Binance Smart Chain is still going, by the way. It still works. It's a great chain, right? But the perception has changed. And when there were so many rugs, then people started looking at other things. And so right now, the biggest player is Solana, okay? And so this is where we start getting into trouble, all right? So now, what is it about Solana?
Right today, people will squeeze some of those shorts. Squeeze them hard. Not that I want to hurt them. Don't get that, please, because that's just not who I am. I am soft, I'm lovable. But what I really want to do is I want to reach in, rip out their heart, and eat it before they die.
Dick Ford also had an insatiable appetite for profits.
Dick Fudd, that's this dude's name. Who is this guy? Well, this guy is the former head of Lehman Brothers. Former head of Lehman Brothers. And he was at the forefront of the 2008 financial crisis. What do you mean at the forefront, BSG? I mean that one of the most important products at that time, he oversaw the creation of it. And what was it? When I say this, you're not going to believe me, but it's the absolute truth. Y'all know I only come with the facts. What he invented, so-called, he invented these pieces of paper that he used to get loans from. But he was actually taking a loan from himself and some other insiders. And it was called Prop 105, I believe. he would take those loan funds, and when it came time for earnings, he would count those loans as revenue. So then they would report that they had awesome revenue. And then when the earnings were over, he would send the money back to where it came from and then count that as an expense. And the reason why he did that was obviously to protect the stock and to give this illusion that they were doing well. At the end of the day, banks are traders. And so as a hedge fund, bank, whatever, Wall Street traders, you have to make money trading. And most of them don't. And this dude was at the top of the list. So to hide his losses, what he did was what I just said, just move some money around on paper to make it seem like they were making money when they weren't. This dude, who, as I said, who is still the head of another company, was named as an advisor to a cryptocurrency. And that cryptocurrency name is Oasis. Okay? I had never heard about Oasis until today. Now, y'all know that I am a crypto guy. So if it's anybody major in crypto, I'm going to know about it. I had never heard of Oasis until today. All right, well, look at the volume on Oasis. Y'all see this wonderful volume? Look at there. $25 million allegedly volume in Oasis. And look now, 7 million on Binance allegedly, Coinbase 1.3, Gate, right? All these people are trading, supposed to be trading Oasis. And so here's the contract address right here. And I want to tell you, if you copy this contract address and you try to put it in any Dex lookup thing, nothing comes up. You're supposed to be an Ethereum token. Nothing comes up if you put it in. But allegedly there's 25 million in volume. Okay, so I thought that was interesting. I'm like, hey, here's a big Wall Street guy. Why would he be an advisor to something if nothing is coming up on chain? Okay, maybe there's a glitch or something like that. So I went to the website. This is the website. This is the website. I have refreshed and refreshed and refreshed and Former Lehman Brothers CEO, advisor to Oasis Project, allegedly 25 million in volume today, and this is the website. It's nothing. It ain't no trick to it. I'm hitting inside the circle, outside the circle. I'm boop, boop, boop. What I got to do? X marks the spot. Nothing on their website, but they're on Binance. Allegedly 25 million in volume. Now, y'all know good damn well they 25 million in volume. But this is what they're saying. Okay, so why, BSG, why are you bringing that up? What does this have to do with anything? Let me tell you. I'm just warming up. Former Wall Street trader says he's betting big on viral Solana meme coin, predicts 5,000% rally in 2024. This is May 3rd, 2024. Former Wall Street trader says he's betting big on viral Solana meme coin. Predicts 5,000% rally in 2024. Token is called Hump. This is the token. I've seen a lot of weird things. I have never seen anything like this. I don't even know what this chart is. And some kind of way it went from 0.0000000 to $50 in 5 minutes and then back to 0.0000000. My point is this. It was Wall Street that caused the 2008 financial crisis, of which Bitcoin was born out of that. It was guys like this that caused it. And they caused it by basically making things up. It is now these type of people that are most closely related to what chain? Solana. In fact, the block, I've told y'all this before, the block is owned or was owned, I don't know if he still owns it, by Sam Bankman-Fried. And if you don't believe that Solana is the chain that's most closely related to Wall Street traders, I'm gonna read this to you. Traders are complaining about Solana's performance, raising questions about its status as a Wall Street darling. January 23rd, 2022. 2022. How can anyone possibly trust the Solana network with real capital after a meltdown like today? Greco, a market structure guru and former executive at KCG, said in a tweet on Friday night. As the price of cryptocurrencies across the board slid during Friday's trading session, traders large and small found themselves unable to execute transactions on Solana's blockchain, a protocol that has been touted by proponents for its scalability and fast transaction speeds. Transactions per second were down significantly. January 23rd, 2022. Let me tell you what this was really about. First of all, you can clearly see who's talking. Wall Street traders. The same dudes that caused the 2008 financial crisis by essentially trading meme coins. The things that they were trading weren't real assets. They were made up pieces of paper based on real assets. It was one house times 500. They would create 500. I'm not joking. In fact, that 500 number is probably a joke. It's probably thousands. For every house, there were thousands of pieces of made up paper, and they traded on the paper, not on the actual asset. That's what happened. They were over leveraged. And now it's these guys not only looking to Solana, but these are the dudes that are investing in meme coins on Solana. So when you're looking at some of these people coming in and you see big numbers and you like, who's dropping 200K, 300K on these meme coins? It's dudes making 30, 40, 50 million dollars a year, where 100 and 200,000 is a joke. And they're trying to take that 200,000 and turn it into a quick 2, 3, 5 mil, because that's what they were trying to do with houses. Okay, I'm going to prove it even further. It should be proven by now, but I'm going to prove it even further before we get into the next step. Where's my article? Okay. as we go down here. Where is it? All right. If you read this, my man is going to say, I don't care about the price. I'm trying to find, here it is. So we're talking about the issues. These complaints raise questions about Solana's ability to establish its position as Wall Street's preferred crypto platform. Wall Street's preferred crypto platform. I'm sorry I have to put this in here. It wasn't just the rugs on BSC, on Binance Smart Chain, that caused people to move away from Binance Smart Chain, because there's rugs on every chain. I've said this before on this channel, and people try to clap back, but all I do is keep giving you evidence. It's because CZ was Chinese. It's because he was not part of the club. Period. He wasn't part of the club. He was Chinese. They didn't like that. They wanted to be one of their boys. And so that's what Solana was supposed to be and still is. Okay? I'm only getting facts. You can get mad in the comments, but I'm telling you that's what it is. Same reasons why Coinbase was shutting folks' accounts down. There are certain people, and I'm so grateful for crypto being what it is, that you can't stop it. But there are certain people, and these are powerful people in position, that don't want certain people in crypto, because this is the only frontier, right, that they can't control. Every frontier up until now, they've been able to control. Right? When real estate was popping off in the early 1900s, everybody couldn't just come to America and buy real estate. Going back to the gold rush, right? It was people that lived in the area. They lived there. They had gold in their backyard, and the U.S. government was sending people to go and take these people's gold out of their own backyard because they were planning to use it to back what they were going to do. And so eventually the U.S. government just made it illegal to own gold. Look this stuff up. But they took it from folk in their own backyard. China's doing the same thing with Africa. They want to control everything, bro. They don't want to give you no opportunity. Okay? So that's why they flock to FTX. And man, I'm telling you, God don't like ugly. I'm so glad that the boy they trusted for the most, they should have been looking after him the most. He took advantage of their trust and took their money because he knew they trusted him. Right? But still, they're the ones that's supporting Solana. And here you have this man who was a Wall Street trader. I don't care about the price, but I can't get anything done on the network. How many times is this going to happen at exactly the time when the network needs to perform the most? What exactly are you trying to get done on the Solana blockchain, sir? It ain't nothing of substance on that chain. There's nothing of substance there. You're a Wall Street trader. Trade Apple. Trade Google. Trade Nvidia. Trade whatever. Trade Chipotle. McDonald's. What are you trying to? Nobody's building anything on Solana. So what are you as a Wall Street trader? They look at, he mad because he couldn't get out on Hump. He wanted to take profits on his Hump profits, and he mad that he couldn't. Okay? So now, this next market crash. The stage has been set. The same people who made 2008 happen, you see the chain that they're on. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. Here's where it's going to get crazy, right? When 2008 happened, I got to show y'all this because y'all got to see this. This is the Fed rate since 1954. This is a fantastic job, whoever did this. Takes a lot of work to do this kind of stuff. I told y'all that I remember sitting at the kitchen table and my granddad was mad. My granddad didn't get mad. He was just cool. You know, he just super duper laid back. But I saw him eating his food and, you know, he was, you know, mad. I'm like, Granddad, you know, I'm all a 9 or 10. I'm like, Granddad, what's going on? And he told me that he was mad because he was preparing to do something and he was used to getting 12% interest on his savings. And the bank had now went down to 8%. And you can see that right here. And he worked at a bank. So he knew. And I'm a little kid. I'm like, whatever. I don't know what you're talking. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that. I remembered it because my grandfather never got mad. So I want y'all to see this. People used to be able to put money in their savings and get 8%. When 2008 happened, or before it happened, look at what the rate was. 5.25, and I don't know who decided to go up to 5.26. Just being petty. July 2007, 5.26. This is where the rates were before the crash. Okay? Once the crash happened, they had to take the rates down to 0. Okay? Look at where we are now. 5.33. Oh boy. We are now higher than the level that we were at. Now, if you thought that was scary, it's going to get scarier. If you're not already in crypto. I'm just telling you right now. The other thing that's happening is AI is coming for your jobs. I saw some stuff the other day. I should have had it prepared. I try not to make these videos too long, guys, but maybe I'll cover it in the next video because it deserves its own segment. There's an app now that literally can put Tyler Perry and Marvel and HBO and every other studio out of business. You can make full-length feature films, video games, whatever else by typing. No actors, no cameras. If you know anything about cameras, and I do, cameras are extremely expensive, right? And movie camera, like you have, even just to do a decent YouTube video showing your face, you got to have a decent camera, right? But to do movies, you got to have really good cameras and you got to have good talent, good cinematographers, actors, actresses. You got to have all of that, and all that stuff costs a lot of money. Well, this AI, all you have to do is type what you want, and they didn't show the typing, so maybe the typing is more technical than they making it seem. But it's open source right now. You type something, and you can make a movie scene. And so if you wanted to just make a movie, you just keep making different scenes, and it looks incredible. It looks absolutely incredible. So even somebody like an actor who thought maybe their job was safe, their jobs aren't safe. If you want the new Kevin Hart, you can program a little short black dude with AI. Devin Bart. You can program Devin Bart and make him funny and short. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. These are not real actors, y'all. I'm just saying. But you know what I mean? These ain't the top people. AI is coming for, if you're not a doctor, a nurse, and you know what the new hype job is going to be? The jobs that nobody want. Construction. Robots ain't going to be doing that no time soon. Manual trash, cleaning. If I didn't have no education and you know, I need to figure out something to do. If I was in college right now, I would drop out. Like if you're going to school for creative arts, you might as well drop out today. Writing and stuff like that, drop out. A lawyer, good luck. You're about to be replaced. If that was me, I would drop out of school right now and I would start a cleaning business or something that AI can't touch, because people are still going to want basic stuff. Construction, infrastructure, cleaning, medical, all the net, like, you know, anything like that. So now, not only do you have rates are high, and here's the scary thing if you don't believe in crypto. Here's the scary thing about the rates. The rates are high and Bitcoin is at 58,000. Right? The last time rates were this high, well, Bitcoin didn't exist, but even back here, the rates were like, you know, 2%, 3%. And then they took them to zero. You can see right here. Trump took them to zero. Right? See, I don't lie, y'all. I know my stuff. Here's 2019, 2.3%. This is when I was heavy into Forex. Right? And I remember my wife telling me that she read something. And she said, I read that they're going to take the rates to zero. And I'm like, girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere, they ain't taking no rates to zero. Do you know what that would do to the economy? They not taking the rates. She's just like, that's what I read. Okay, well, she was right again. Right again. My bad. I might have more money if I listen to my wife sometime. Right? So, went down to zero. We were down here, went up here. And then as soon as rates went back up, and COVID and everything else went away, you see what I'm saying? But we've gone up here with the rates still high. When they cut these rates, this is going to go up even higher. Okay? And so that's why I said what I said, that we're years away. But you also have to take into account that people are going to lose their jobs. And so if the rates stay too high too long, what are they going to have to do? Same thing they did back here. They're going to have to cut stimmy checks. It's going to have to happen over again. When not only is crypto going to fly when they cut the rates, but real estate is going to go up too. See, that's the thing that most people are not thinking about. When they take these rates down, the value of these properties are going to go up even more because money is going to be cheaper. Well, the problem is people are not making enough money, which is exactly what was happening in 2008. Nobody was making money back here. I could not show y'all the data. Again, I don't just talk. Okay. This is the average house price right now. This is from March 2020 to now. This is insane. It's an all-time high. The average or the median price is $419,000. And that's with the rates at what I showed you, 5.33, which is the highest that it's been since July 2007. And here it is, July 2024. and they haven't even started to cut the rates. This is some scary stuff, y'all. This is good if you're a homeowner, right? Not so good if you're trying to get a house. So they're going to have to cut rates. And that means house prices are going to get more. This is going to get higher. I can't tell you what the number is going to be. This is going to get significantly higher. But the problem is your wages are not keeping up with the price of things. This whole thing about raising rates has been about reducing inflation. And when it comes to the most important thing that people need, which is housing, the prices have not gone down, they've gone up. Rents have not gone down, they've gone up. So you have these high rates and it still hasn't really done anything to inflation if we really keeping it real. And this is why Powell respectfully and probably, legitimately has not started to reduce rates yet, because he knows this stuff better than I do. He's like, yo, if I cut rates now, man, but eventually, either because of political stuff or because, business owners can't survive on these rates, banks can't survive on these rates, so on and so forth, they're going to have to cut the rates or risk bank collapses. There's going to be some bank collapses anyway. I've already told you guys that. This is going to do stupid numbers when they start cutting the rates. And then once people can't pay for stuff, they're going to have to add stimulus, which is going to make Bitcoin go even higher. So, but the next major crash is going to happen in crypto when once all the stimulus money has come in, banks have collapsed, so on and so forth. I'm telling you, I can see it happening right now. The leader, because it's always that way, because when things are like really pumping, it's really people who don't know what they're doing, right, that bring in the most money. The friends that you're trying to get in right now and you're trying to get them in down here, they're not going to get in until it starts pumping. And they're going to be the ones, where they could have got in early, they're going to be the ones getting in late. But the leader of this new ushering in of new people, unfortunately, is going to be these guys. It's going to be Solana. Because that's where Wall Street is looking right now. And we know that ain't nothing happening on Solana. We know that there's nothing of substance over there. I need to put an asterisk by what I said. That's if it doesn't collapse first. But with new people coming in, Solana is going to break. It's going to break. And that's going to be the next major thing to happen in crypto that sends people away. Just like they ran away from Binance Smart Chain. They'll be even more upset now because these dudes have money. And there'll be legislation brought on. They're already doing that against FTX or whatever. Why trust the chain, where the same dude pulled the same stuff? I don't know. Right? So we're still sitting. It's kind of crazy. We're still, we're more than 10 years into crypto. And just from the standpoint of the user, they have not decided on a chain yet, collectively. And that's the sad part, because Binance Smart Chain works. Avalanche works. It just does. Okay? So when those new people figure out, hey, that this ain't it, they're going to have to find something else. So it's those that are in projects now on those other chains, right? They're the ones that's going to benefit the most. This is what I'm saying. They're going to benefit the most. We're going to benefit the most. So, don't believe in the doom and gloom tomorrow. No, we're years away. We're years away, guys. But you have to see the pattern. Because, see, I've seen this movie before. And it's crazy that the movie is repeating, but it is. It's like, I've seen this before. We're going to literally do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And so projects that, like we're not going to have a ship, at 40 billion because there's too many options now. It's going to be projects that when this thing crashes, the only thing that's going to be left is projects that have some type of utility. And I believe once Solana goes away, that will be the end. I hope that will be the end of stuff that don't do nothing. Crypto that doesn't do anything. Every crypto you own should do something, like literally do, like either protect you, right? Or, provide some type of income or provide you access. I was talking to my son the other day, and I said, I'm going to give you a token that could go from 0 to 10 billion in like 2 days. I said, imagine if there was a token that when you buy this token, you buy a certain amount of it, every game that Rockstar makes, that they ever made in the past, and any game that they make in the future, you'll be able to play for free as long as you're holding a certain amount of Rockstar tokens in your wallet. That token would go from 0 to 10 billion in literally 2 days. If they allowed us to get in at the beginning, they probably wouldn't. They probably automatically, it would definitely automatically get launched on Binance already at $1 billion market cap. And that is the problem as well, but we ain't going to talk about that today. But that's something, that's a utility. And that is something that literally every company could do. Instead, you have people who are doing stuff like this. Now, this shocked me. This is TradingView, y'all. For those that say, oh, yeah, ain't no racism in crypto. Oh, y'all making that stuff up. Oh, yeah, they're not. Nobody shut your Coinbase account down because you're black. Oh, no. Okay, then why is this token? This shocked me. Why is this token on TradingView? It's one thing for it to be on the blockchain. It's another thing for it to be on Dex Screener. This is the #1 trading platform, and you have this on there. You have somebody in 2 seconds could delete this or just have it be RNT or what. No, they left the ER in there, or even the GA. There's no place for that. This is crazy, bro. And what chain is this on? This is the kind of stuff they're going to keep making this. They're going to keep doing that. Why? Because those Wall Street dudes, this is what they want. This is literally, when I found this information, I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute. You trying to tell me these Wall Street guys who are supposed to be about fundamentals, they're the ones that are actually buying these meme coins. They're buying RNT. Are you serious? They're the ones buying the booty tokens. That's the chain that's going to be the leader into this next era. I'm telling you. So I've given you everything. You know what to look for, right? We in a good position, y'all. We're in a good position. Just about every, especially early stuff, it's at least 10x. Those of y'all who are, thinking, oh man, ain't such and such gonna happen with so and so. Man, if they're building, it's early. Too much money is gonna come in, right? You just have to be patient and understand. This is your millionaire opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Over the next 3-4 years. But when you see these signs, right, we're not going to be fooling with this because it's going to shut down at a moment's notice. And then that money is going to have to flow into something else. Now, I can already tell you there's going to be some new chain that say, oh, well, we're better than Solana. Right? But those that are building, right, you got Telegram doing stuff now, Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain. They're all building real stuff. That's the stuff you get in when nobody is thinking about. As I shared with you, all these other things that I got in, nobody was talking about. It's the same playbook. You just have to wait and hold and, if you want to, share with people and stuff like that. But this is the blueprint. Okay, so hopefully you take heed. No matter what happens in between now and then, don't fall for the FUD because I've already showed you all this was a long video. I've already broken it down. Rates must come down. That's going to send housing prices even higher than what it is right now. And at some point, I don't know where that point is, houses are going to be so expensive that the average person cannot afford them. I don't know how people are affording them right now, especially at these rates. I'm surprised. But that will happen. Then stimmy checks will come in and Bitcoin and things that have real value is just gonna, I can't tell you what the price is gonna be. So we all still early. Ain't gonna be no crash no time soon. Accumulate as much as possible. And you're going to be all right. And when everybody is losing their jobs and stuff like that, you're going to have either passive income or you're going to have enough money, right, where you could just chill on and not have to worry about stuff. But you have to take action now. You have to do the work now. It might be too late next year. It might be too late 6 months from now. It's your boy BSG. I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video.